Hello everyone and welcome back to this new session of the Atos Smart tutorial. In today's video we'll be covering a topic that has generated quite a lot of requests over the past few years. The troubleshooting for the connection between our digital drivers and the Atos programming software or Connect app. Since 2013 our digital driver have fully replaced the old analog series, offering clear benefits such as intuitive programming, advanced diagnostic, and the ability to perform very precise adjustment without requiring specialized personnel. All it takes today, therefore, is a proper connection between the laptop or the mobile devices and the driver in use, along with the dedicated programming software and Atos CONNECT app. However, sometimes external factors can cause an unstable or even failed connection. That's why today we will focus on how to troubleshoot the most common communication issue, whether you're using a USB cable or the Bluetooth adapter. Let's dive into it. Before diving into cable or Bluetooth specific, let's go over some general rules that apply in both cases. First, make sure that you're always using the latest release of the Atos programming software or the Atos CONNECT app. The latest version of the app is always available on major digital stores, while the programming software can always be downloaded from the My Atos download area on our website atos.com. If you're not aware how to register to the My Atos area, watch the related video on our channel. Just a quick reminder. All Atos software packages and Atos CONNECT app are free downloadable and do not require any activation code. If a new version of the PC software is available, you'll typically receive a pop-up notification while launching the software. Atos currently offers 3 types of programming software depending on the device you're working with. ESW software for the entire range of valves and proportional driver in both open loop and closed loop configuration and PQ control. ZSW software for programming axis control, and SSW software for programming servo pump system. Therefore, be sure that you're using the correct software version for the specific product that you're working with. Messages like "the driver is not supported by this software" may indicate that you're using the wrong software for programming the device in use. Other messages such as "this version is not supported by this software" are a clear indication that the software update is required. The minimum laptop requirement for installation and for connecting Atos devices via Bluetooth are listed in the GS500 table, where, as you can see for example, Windows 7 does not support Bluetooth connectivity. Additionally, I would like to specify that certain OS versions, such as obsolete Win 10 Enterprise, may not provide the option to perform automatic Bluetooth discovery. These are specific OS versions typically used in industrial computers. If you want to get more information on how to download and install the Atos programming software, please watch the related video on our channel. One of the first things to verify during a connection issue is that the valve or the driver is correctly powered on. It may seem obvious, but trust me, many of the connection issue reports we receive are caused by this aspect. Therefore, as a first step, always be sure that the driver is correctly powered on. You can do this by measuring the voltage at the power terminals of the driver or checking the fuse condition inside the cabinet. For onboard drivers like TES and TEZ or all the off-board drivers, the front panel LED gives you immediate status feedback. For onboard drivers such as TEB, LEB, REB or AAB, where the LEDs are not available, you can use the EABTH Bluetooth adapter to check the system status through the blue and the green LEDs. If no visual indicators are available, try moving the valve by modifying the reference signals, monitoring the monitor or the fault pin to verify that the valve is in active status. Also, confirm that the power supply level is stable between V+, V0 or VL+, VL0 pins. Excessive voltage ripple may cause intermittent disconnection between the valve and the programming software. It is also very important to ensure that, in addition to the correct voltage, the power supply is properly dimensioned in terms of power relative to the device connected to it. Atos recommends a stabilized or properly filtered power supply, at least a 10,000 microfarad 40-volt capacitor for single-phase rectifier and 4,700 microfarad 40-volt capacitor for 3 phases rectifier and safety fuse in series to each power supply. See relevant technical tables for fuses value. If you are unsure about the quality of the power supply, try powering on the valve from an external independent source and attempt the connection again. Electrically speaking, it is essential to follow the guidelines provided in the Atos FS900 technical table. These include the maximum cable length, the conductor diameter for power and signal wiring, the shielding methods, and the correct grounding strategy for both onboard and off-board drivers. Grounding plays a critical role in avoiding interference that may disrupt the communication between your laptop and the valve. Make sure you're using an efficient earth point where all device ground converge to ensure equipotentiality. For onboard drivers, you can try disconnect the ground pin from the valve main connector or use another efficient earth point to see if the connection improves. For this typology of driver, it's also very important to use the metallic connector rather than the plastic one. For off-board drivers, a metallic grounding clip is usually located under the housing of the driver to ensure the proper earth connection via DIN rail. Make sure it's correctly installed. For both onboard and off-board driver, the shielded cable braid should only be grounded at the cabinet side, not at both ends. Most connection issues, especially with the USB cable, are due to electromagnetic disturbances. It is therefore important to always separate the communication cable from the power source, like transformers, relay, inverter, or motors. Bluetooth adapter is generally more stable in terms of connection, because it's immune to electrical disturbances, making a better choice in particularly noisy environments. If you are using USB serial cable, always ensure that you are using the optoisolator. This protects your PC from stray voltages in the system, and ignoring its installation can put your laptop at risk. If the software automatic connection wizard fails, first double-check your power supply and cabling. Then open the Windows Device Manager, look under the COM ports section, and plug-unplug the USB cable to identify which COM ports appears. You should be able to identify names like ST Microelectronics Virtual COM or Prolific USB to serial communication port, depending on the digital driver in use. If it appears simply as a COM1, for example, or isn't listed at all, the correct peripheral drivers are probably missing. You can download the latest VCP or RS232 Virtual COM drivers from the My Atos area on atos.com. Choose 32 or 64-bit version based on your laptop specification. Please note that all Atos programming softwares and drivers are compatible only with Windows OS, not Mac OS or Linux. After installing the correct driver, try reconnecting again. If the device still does not appear, test the laptop to optoisolator connection by plugging a USB flash drive through it. If it's not detected, the isolator may be faulty. If the isolator works but the connection still fails, try replacing the USB cable and use different USB port on your laptop. Remember that Atos programming cable for onboard driver are custom-made and not generic. Please always select the right cable based on the technical documentation. The other cables available on the market may not be compatible with Atos digital drivers. If you're using Bluetooth adapter and experiencing some connection issue, please verify that the blue LED present on the adapter is blinking regularly. This indicates that the adapter is powered on and ready for the communication. Also ensure that the Bluetooth adapter is plugged into the right communication port, as per Valve's technical documentation. If the LED is blinking but the adapter does not appear in the wizard, try going into Windows Bluetooth and device settings and make sure that the Bluetooth discovery mode is set to advanced and not default. Change the settings and retry scanning for nearby devices. The Bluetooth device should now be detectable and appear in the wizard. If the blue LED on the EABTH adapter blinks twice, but the device still does not appear among available devices, it may indicate that the adapter is already connected to a client. In this case, further connections are not possible, and it won't appear during search for new devices. Make sure that the adapter has not already been paired with another PC using standard Bluetooth pairing procedures. The adapter should never be associated with a PC, and this would prevent any other devices from connecting. Also verify that the adapter is not already connected to another client, such as a phone app. If you are connecting Bluetooth using a smartphone or a tablet and the automatic wizard research does not find any devices, please follow the previously described step regarding the power supply and the electrical connections. Please note that the Atos CONNECT app only supports Bluetooth connectivity and does not support serial USB programming. I hope this video helps you to troubleshoot any connection issue between our programming software or app and the digital driver available on our product range. For more detailed support or assistance with more complex connectivity issue, do not hesitate to contact our support team. They are always ready to support you. Thank you for watching and see you in the next Atos Smart tutorial.